Music for me can make or break your video. Having good music that fits the vibe will make your footage connect with an audience. In this video, I'm going to take you through not only where I get my music, but I'm also going to take you through strategy and some things you really need to know when it comes to using music in your videos. So the music company that I use for all my music is Epidemic Sound. Now, I'm not just going to be talking about Epidemic Sound in this video. I actually have 5 different things that I want to go through to talk about just music licensing in general and how to get better music for your videos. So the first thing I'm going to go through is why music is so important. Then we're going to get into the copyright issues that you're going to face when you are creating content here on YouTube. And next we're gonna go into strategies on how to use music in your videos and make it really impactful. Then we're gonna go into some options for free and paid music. And then my last bit that we're gonna talk about is how you can actually make money from the music that you choose in your videos. Now, before we get into section 1 of this video, I just wanna mention that I am running a giveaway right now. And the winners all get a subscription to Epidemic Sound because I think this music service is awesome and it's a great tool for creators. So I'll put links down below in the description to the giveaway page, the video that explains everything that's going on. So if you want to win a subscription to Epidemic Sound, make sure you enter into the giveaway. So why is music so important for your videos? Music is a big driving force to deliver like a feeling, give you an emotion, really set the tone. If you use proper music, then someone gets a sense of what your footage is trying to convey, and you don't have to do everything in visuals. Music is kind of like that undertone that really gives your audience a window into kind of your thought behind how you want them to feel. Ultimately, that's going to help your audience connect more with you. Now, with that, music is also going to help define your brand. So on YouTube, on this platform, when you're creating videos, you need to have that kind of business sense in your mind. You need to always be thinking brand. Like, yes, we want to be creative and we want to make the coolest videos possible, but at the same time, you also have to be thinking of the overall brand. So the music that you choose from video to video will help define who you are as a creator. And that's why I choose music like this for my channel. Rather than something more like this. Now, there's no right music for YouTube. You just have to pick what works for your brand, and then being consistent with that is gonna help define you and your channel. Now, the last reason that music is so important is that it also keeps your viewer engaged. On YouTube, you want people to stay through as much of your video as possible. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys, stuck around till the end of this video. And when someone watches through the entirety of your video, that gives you a ton of watch time. It also tells YouTube the right signals. It tells YouTube algorithm, that thing that we're all trying to figure out how to, work in. It tells the algorithm that, hey, this viewer likes this person's content and watches more of it. So I'm going to start serving up more of this person's content to that viewer. So if you guys watch the entirety of this video, next time you log into YouTube on your homepage, you're gonna see more videos from me. So music is one of those tools that will help you get more audience retention because it keeps your viewers engaged. Part 2, legal issues. Now let's talk about the legal side of using music in your videos. So you don't wanna get caught in a situation where your video gets demonetized because you're using music from a popular artist. You really do have to think about the legal side of what happens when you use someone's track that you don't have the rights to. So there's 3 things that could happen if you use some popular song that you just like and you didn't get the rights. Number 1 is you get demonetized. So that means that any money that you made on that video is not gonna go to you, it's gonna go to that artist. Now, if you're just demonetized, your video will still be public. However, there is the potential that if you use a popular song, it's gonna limit who can actually see it on YouTube. And so depending on which track you use, if it's from a popular artist and you don't have the rights to it, you might not have the full reach potential of your video. You might be limited in different regions around the world. And the third thing that could happen is you get a copyright strike. So what that means on YouTube is that when you get a strike, if you get 3 of them, you're out. 3 strikes, you're out. So strikes on YouTube are a very bad thing and you want to avoid them at all costs. And there's no way to tell if a popular song is going to be either demonetized or give you a strike. So the best thing that you can do when it comes to the legal side of using music in your videos is use royalty-free music or use music that you have rights to. Part 3, strategies for using music in your videos. So let's talk about a few things you can do with your music to really make it work for your videos. Now, one thing that you'll notice is that I don't blanket my videos with music anymore. So I used to do that back in the day, I don't know, a couple years ago, when I first started doing tutorials, I would just put music underneath all of it. And I started listening to my audience. I started listening to you guys, and I saw in the comments, a lot of people said it was distracting. So for me, I found that for you guys, you don't necessarily like music throughout, because on this style of content, if you're trying to learn something or you're trying to engage with the content that I'm talking about, you don't necessarily want to be hearing music in the background. And I know for me, when I'm watching videos like this, I have my own music playing in the background as well. So, depending on what type of viewers you have, you might not want to put just music throughout the entirety of your video. You might want to let it go up and down, have some pacing, and use it for specific moments that make sense in the edit. So a couple specific moments to look at are transitions and also your intros and also your outros. But moments where there is some sort of transition, you're moving from one thing to another. That's a great opportunity to throw in some music, to set the mood, to really get someone more engaged with your content. And you can see when I'm doing this style of video, I've been putting my music during these transitional moments. Now also the intro. I've found that doing B-roll sequences at the beginning of my videos seems to resonate with my audience, and I've been able to see some good audience retention from this kind of technique. And what I do is I put a series of B-roll shots together and I put some music underneath that footage to really put my audience in the right mindset for the style of content that I'm shooting. Now I do reviews, tutorials, education, this and that, but I still have a brand identity that I'm trying to create. My music is a big part of that. Now, just because I'm not using music under these talking bits doesn't mean that underscore music won't work for you. I would highly suggest with anything on YouTube, you want to test things. If you think that putting music underneath your dialogue tracks makes sense and it works for the style of content that you're creating, then yes, go for it. That's a great way to keep your viewer engaged, because having that little bit of music underneath could be the factor of keeping someone watching longer. So with anything, like I said, you just want to test and try things for your audience. And if something's not working, you do have all of your data in your backend. You have things like audience retention that you can always look at and see what is causing people to leave your video. So one of the strategies I have when it comes to music is you want to find music and listen to it before you actually go out and start shooting. You can also bring it with you and it'll give you a sense of what you're shooting and if it fits the style of content that you're trying to capture. Now, when I'm going through a library on Epidemic Sound, what I look for is music that has like a similar quality to it, and I'll start making folders out of that, and I'll be like, this is the kind of music I think of when I'm like hiking, or this kind of music works better in like a city environment, just to start giving myself some sort of structure, somewhere to start looking. And then when I'm in the edit, I can go through and swap out the tracks and play around with them, because I've already created the folders of music that's similar and that I think would work well for the style of content that I'm shooting. Section 4, where to get music. So when it comes to your music selection, there are some paid and free options. And I'm sure you've heard about a lot of them. I have to keep the one strap on because that's where my microphone is. So for paid, like I said at the beginning of this video, I've been using Epidemic Sound for a long time. I've switched between music companies over the years. I started with Epidemic Sound, and then I've tried out all the others, and I'm back using Epidemic Sound. I've used Soundstripe, I've used MusicBed, I've used Artlist. Now, all of them are good for different reasons, and you really have to find the music platform that works best for you. For me, I like the music at Epidemic Sound, and that's obviously the main reason why you sign up for a paid service. Is you're gonna really like or not like the music in that service. That's one of the biggest factors. But the reason that you are going to use a paid service is because when you put your videos on YouTube and you have one of these paid services where you're getting music from, you're never gonna have licensing issues on your tracks. Whenever you sign up for Epidemic Sound, all the music that you use from their platform on your videos will forever be able to be monetized on your channel. You don't want to get into a legal issue 2 years down the road because you used Joe Schmo's music from this service that was quote unquote free, and then they decided to change the rules later down the road. So when you use a paid service, you basically have the right to use that music in all your videos while you're subscribed as a member. And if you decide to leave that service, you don't have to go back and take out that music. Anything you used while you were a subscriber, you can use forever. You just can't put it on new videos if you're not a current subscriber. Does that make sense? So one thing that's really cool about Epidemic Sound is you can try them out 30 days for free. So I'll put a link down below in the description to where you can check them out. The price of Epidemic Sound is $15 a month, or it's $144 a year. So it's really not that expensive if you like their music and you wanna use them on all your videos moving forward. Now, YouTube does offer a free audio library. This is a great place to start, and you're not gonna have any legal issues when it comes to this music. They also have a sound effect library that you can pull from. However, it is limited and the music is not the best. So when you're ready to make the jump, you go to Epidemic Sound, you get better quality music. They also have an awesome sound effect library. And if you also do client work, you can buy an additional subscription which allows you to use it for all of your client work, and you don't have to pay per track. And that's one reason why I really like these music subscription services. Part 5, making money from the music on your channel. Now, like I was saying earlier, YouTube is a business, so you always want to look for those opportunities where you can bring in more income to support your channel and be able to keep creating videos. So when it comes to the music on your channel, you can actually be making money from your recommendations. Affiliate marketing, it's a big way to make money on this platform. All of these music subscription services do have affiliate programs. Now, it's not something that you might get accepted to right away, but once your following is growing, you've been using them for a while, you can try to get into their affiliate program. And then every time that someone's interested in the music that you use on your videos, well, you have an affiliate link that you can give them and you can earn a small commission. And for me, one of the comments I get all the time is, what was that track, or what music did you use? Because there's a lot of creators who find a feeling, they find that emotion when they're watching a video and they're like, wait, that's kind of what I'm going for. What is that music? And then they want to use that style of music in their videos. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's also just really good artists on these platforms. So you might find some good music that you just want to jam out to. Music is one of those things that you just don't want to gloss over on your videos. It's something that's really going to help define you as a creator, and it's also going to help set up the overall tone and feeling for your videos. So next, check out this video right here. It goes into what is cinematic and 12 tips on how to get more cinematic looking footage that then you combine with music, and you can do some really cool stuff that's really going to make your videos stand out. I'll see you over there.